After a thrilling finish in Charlotte, courtesy of Dominic Aduro, the Rowdies embark on a new month with new faces ready to shine. Tampa Bay hosting Toronto, coming up next. It is the most historic tradition in Tampa Bay area sports, spending the 4th of July with the Rowdies. Welcome to Outland Stadium as Tampa Bay hosts Toronto FC2. Great to have you with us, everybody. Welcome inside the booth and happy 4th of July. Drew Felios alongside former MLS star Eddie Rodriguez. And the new faces for the Rowdies have come on at just the right time. Talking about guys like Taylor and Aduro. Eddie, they have been huge as of late.
That's right, Drew. These are the type of additions that the team needed. Great job by the coach, Neil Collins, getting players who can play on both sides of the ball. You talk about Aduro, a defensive center mid, you can put him in the hole. But what a great strike he had laid to save that 1 point for the Rowdies on the road.
Stefano Bonomo, another one of those new faces. He is available tonight. Interesting whether he actually takes the pitch. Okay, for Toronto, Rowdies last took them on May 26th, and they were led by this guy, Malik Johnson, the midfielder.
One of the best, one of the fastest midfielders in the league. You know, he plays from the left to the right. He's got the ability to cut the ball. He gets a lone ball right in the box. That was the second goal for him. But one of those situations where they got to cover him quick because he's got a lot of speed to make up.
And for the Rowdies, Leon Taylor, remember, coming off a suspension due to the red card last time at home, but he has been electric.
He's been on fire, 2 for 2. He came off the bench the first game, late goal. He started the second one. Another great goal, of course. Unfortunately, he had that red card. He set out, but he's looking to go forward for the Rowdies, create chances, and once again, put the ball in the back of the net.
Eddie, lack of goals, one of the main reasons the Rowdies did not have a very good month of June. But guys like Leon Taylor sparking Tampa Bay, and hopefully that continues tonight. Malik Johnson as well, only 20 years old, one of the many young stars for Toronto. Tonight, it's the Rowdies in Toronto. Happy 4th of July. Should be fun from downtown St. Pete.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to Clearwater Beach, the #1 beach in the U.S. as chosen by travelers on TripAdvisor. It's not just white sand and Gulf breezes. Beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics on Florida's Gulf Coast. Visit stpclearwater.com. Love the beach.
Life, it's not measured by the breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Life is the unlimited possibilities all around us. It's the interesting people we meet, the epic places we see, the incredible memories we create. Life is always going on. All you have to do is choose to live it. Full of life, Mohegan Sun.
National anthem on this 4th of July. Tampa Bay Rowdies ready for Toronto FC2. Outland Stadium is buzzing. And we'll get a look at our formations brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino for Toronto FC2 As usual, lots of shuffling going on. Keep an eye on Feria, the midfielder, and Hundle, the forward, wearing number 64. And for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, they also shuffle the lineup a little bit. Dominic Maduro will get the start, the midfielder. He has been tremendous, and Hunter Gorski has not been subbed out so far this year. He is a staple on the back line, number 27. Let's send it down to the third member of our crew. Welcome, Lyndon Blake.
Thanks, guys. Happy 4th of July. One guy that's not in the starting lineup for the Rowdies is Stefano Bonomo. He came to the Rowdies just this week from New York Red Bull Sioux. And a little fun fact, in his last 3 games against the Rowdies, he scored 4 times, and one of those goals being the game winner to put the Rowdies out of playoff contention. So it's safe to say the club is excited he's on their bench tonight, guys.
Yeah, well said, Lyndon. 25 years old. Bonomo certainly one to watch moving forward. It's Neil Collins looking for his first win here at home at Al Lang Stadium. Remember, his last one came against Toronto FC2 back in May. And Michael Rabaska still trying to right the ship for Toronto. Just took over that role. Been the head coach there for about a month, Eddie, and somebody that you're very familiar with.
Yeah, both coaches stepping in, getting, to lead each other's team. A little different situation. And there we see Leon Taylor, a player who are pinning a lot of the hopes by the Rowdies. He had a great last 2 times he came out, 2 goals. So for him, it's going to be judged and how many goals you put in the back of the net and how many assists as a forward. That is the life of a forward. On the other hand, this Toronto FC2, a team that is coming to get here against the Rowdies and try to get some kind of offensive power. They haven't, they gave up 4 against the Charleston Battery, so they got to turn around and try to get something to the attack.
Toronto, very young squad, 16 players under the age of 20. Trying to establish consistency, only 3 points on the season, still looking for their first win. Meanwhile, Neil Collins telling his team throughout the week, do not underestimate these guys. Toronto, most recently, getting a draw with FC Cincinnati. That certainly goes a long way. How about Tampa Bay on the 4th of July in the modern era, 4-0-1 on this special holiday, and hopefully the winning ways continue here tonight.
And I think for them, the key, Drew, is to come out swinging. That's exactly what they did when they visited Toronto FC2. They came out, and that was Fleming who came out and scored the first quick one in the first 12 minutes of the game.
Rabaska's been the head coach for exactly a month, named on June 4th, north of the border, and we're underway here in Tampa Bay. Rowdies in the familiar green and gold. Toronto wearing the visiting white here tonight. Let's take a look at the injury report. Agin, of course, out for the season. Coringa sidelined with Portillos, and Lance Roseboom injured against Pittsburgh, still trying to make his way back. And for Toronto FC2, Peters and Cavalluzzo. Angelo Cavalluzzo was the leader of this Toronto team, and since he has not been in the lineup, this team has not been the same.
Yeah, it's not the same when you lose one of your veteran players, if you will, one of the most experienced players on the pitch. And Drew, you and I always talk about what the players bring not only on the pitch but off the pitch. The likes of Joe Cole for the Rowdies.
Rowdies attacking early. Leon Taylor with the touch went down immediately. Tonight's Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, go to selectsportsamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50. Gorgeous Al Lang Stadium in downtown St. Pete. If you've not experienced this venue, this great organization, the Tampa Bay Rowdies, certainly a must-do. As Feria goes down out of Brampton, Ontario, he is certainly a factor here tonight.
Adora gets called for the foul. He's actually stepped in, trying to break the play. As Jordan Ferrio was making a good run through the middle. Establishing that flow of the play in the middle is crucial, Drew, for the Rowdies, especially in the first 5-10 minutes of the game. You want to establish your set, the way you're going to set up your tone, and try to go forward, try to create chances. 78
degrees, that's a shocker. You go down on the pitch, it feels like 95 degrees. The wind is blowing, and the rain cooled things significantly a couple hours before. this match tonight. It was certainly sticky at about 4 and 5 o'clock today.
This is something you talk about the weather, something that it should definitely help the Rowdies, especially as the game goes on. You talk about the 70th, 80th minute. Before you know it, if you're not used to this humidity, and before you know it, you've been sweating for that long, the loss of water, dehydration sets in. That's when the Rowdies are able to press in and have fresh legs. As opposed to you've seen some of these teams early in the season, Drew, just get to that 80th minute and just not have an answer for the dehydration setting on the field.
Rowdies attacking from that left side. And goalie for Toronto able to come in just in time. Rowdies 3-0-0 against Toronto all time. Mentioned that match back in May 26th. It was Hristov and company coming away with a 4-2 victory. It's the only win Neil Collins has had so far as Rowdies head coach. Rowdies coming off a 2-2 draw last week against Charlotte. Had exactly a week to prepare for this Toronto FC2 team. Well, Al Lang Live is Tampa Bay's newest premium concert venue. Don't miss an unforgettable night of hits with Three Doors Down, Collective Soul, Soul Asylum for their Rock and Roll Express tour coming to Al Lang Stadium Wednesday, July 11th. Tickets just $28. Call 727-431-3288 to get yours now. Tickets start at just $28. We'll be talking more about that concert series throughout the evening. It is the buzz right now here in downtown St. Pete. As this one's going to be served in. And this is an offsides called Leon Taylor. A little bit too antsy that time.
Great job by Leo Fernandez and George Hristov, though, the 1-2 combination play down the left flank. And you saw Leon Taylor making that great run inside the box, just a little bit off. But I like the fact that they're connecting, though, the 1-2s. Great little flick by Leon Fernandez, and then George Hristov saw the run, pinged the ball to the far post. You see the line right there. That's what the linesman sees right there. And of course, the rule is when the player touches the ball, that's on right there, and all of a sudden you see Leon Taylor in the off spot.
Rowdies trying to attack once more, and they're offsides once more. Georgie Hristov has not scored since April 21st. Still looking for that elusive goal to become the Rowdies' all-time leading scorer.
And that tells you right there that Toronto's going to be looking to play the offside trap. In the last 2 minutes, they pulled it twice. They've been able to get away from the call. So if you're Georgie Hristov, Leo Fernandez, and of course Leon Taylor, you got to be aware that their center backs are going to step in before you get the ball. So you got to play that fine line between offside and on. Remember, the rule says that even's on. So all you got to do is be even with the last defender, and you're on side.
Toronto scored only 16 goals this year. Look at how many they've conceded. Sign of their struggles right there. Tampa Bay, meanwhile, 22 goals in the book. They've allowed 21.
Well, just in the last 4 games for this Toronto FC2, they're giving up 16 goals, scoring 10. -6 for them. That tells you they've been a team not great offensively. You know, if anything, consistency is the word that they can't find consistency throughout the field.
Here's Faria now. Faria able to get one close to the 6. Playing it now is Uccello. And a whistle on the pitch.
Yeah, the linesman signaling that Danilo came out from an offside spot. Julian Dunn is the player from Toronto that gets called for offside.
Well, the USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow at USL on Twitter. Rowdies trying to establish some early rhythm as Ivan Magalhaes. Now Leo Fernandez. Nice pace right now for Tampa Bay. Hunter Gorski, The Iron Man in the lineup sends it back to McCandawary.
And you see that great movement off the ball by the Rowdies, switching the point of attack out of the back. You see Kortsky in the right, switches to Magales.
How much of this, Eddie, when you watch the Rowdies try and get into transition mode, trying to adjust to playing without Marcel Schaefer, do you see that evident here in the early minutes and from that Charlotte game?
Not really. It's just a matter of, you're talking about different personnel. You bring, of course, you're going to miss the deliveries by Schaefer. He had the great ability of just, pinging that ball anywhere with that great left foot. However, you bring another player in, you just got to get used to, him making runs and the way they like to receive the ball. Of course, in this case, we're talking about Dominic Oduro, who's going to sit right there.
Little flick and a goal! 1 for the record. Georgi Hristov.
Georgi Hristov with a great goal. We talk about how patient he's been. He hasn't been able to score, but that's the life of a forward. Watch this. It all starts from Fitzgerald. Great little flick. Leon Taylor doesn't even touch the ball. Georgi Hristov on a one-on-one. Great finish. A flick over the goalkeeper, and nothing the keeper could do. Tremendous finish. That right there, historic. Breaks the all-time record for the Rowdies. There you see it, 58 goals.
Georgi Hristov, now the all-time best at putting it in the back of the net for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Derek Smethurst now in second place. Hristov igniting this crowd here on the 4th of July, and a tremendous start for the Rowdies here in the first 10 minutes.
And give credit where credit's due. Assist to Akira Fitzgerald, the goalkeeper. It all starts from the goalkeeper, drives the ball out of the back. Just when I thought Taylor flicked the ball, actually nobody touches the ball. One bounce, and Georgi Hristov picked the entire line from Toronto FC standing. And what a great finish, right over the goalkeeper's head to break the all-time Rowdies record with 58.
Crowd is buzzing right now at Outland Stadium. What a moment in Tampa Bay Rowdies lore. Rowdies trying to go the length of the pitch again. Leon Taylor nearly breaking free. And we're not going to wait. We are going to already call that shot by Georgi Hristov. Our Lunazul Tequila shot of the game and one of the great shots of the year. Georgi Hristov, the all-time best.
Absolutely great goal, and it all starts with a great run. But Fitzgerald just drives the ball out of the back, and the entire Toronto defense just kind of stood around. Georgi Hristov never stopped his run. He had the ability to step in front of the whole entire defense. Just how about that finish, though? Cool, calm, and collect. That's what you want out of your center forward.
And you can sense watching Hristov in practice, also watching him here play the last few months. Just hasn't really fully been himself. And Eddie, that's the life of a goal scorer. Sometimes you're going to go through those slumps. For Hristov, so much talk about when that goal was going to happen. And tonight, you almost sensed a big lift off his shoulders.
Oh, absolutely. I can tell you that he feels like he's just lost 100 pounds. And I mean that in the amount of pressure that was built up throughout the weeks when he wasn't able to score. And as you know, a lot of the times as a forward, you're only as good as the balls you get from midfielders and crosses, and he really wasn't getting those great balls. If you remember one of the last goals he scored, it was a great goal by ball by Joe Cole, who basically just played my through ball, and he was able to finish. It wasn't until this ball today that not a lot of those quality chances that he's normally having. He's not the type of forward who's going to create a lot off the dribble. He's more of a number 9, traditional, a finisher. And he did just that tonight. Great finish, outstanding effort. And what a ball, though, by the goalkeeper, Fitzgerald, out of his own 18.
Set piece now coming up for Toronto. As Uccello went to the ground, 20-year-old. Doing the honors for the visitors. 12th minute. Rowdies with a 1-0 lead. Ball sent in. Jockeying on inside the boxes. Fitzgerald will come over and take care of it. Akira Fitzgerald, another start tonight. His 7th start for the Rowdies. Former Wake Forest star, 12 saves on the year. And 9 goals conceded up to this point. What a high to start this 4th of July. Georgi Hristov into the record books.
Dominic Raduro gets called for the foul. He wins the ball there. And he's been kind of a joke of practice. Drew, who's going to have the assist in that goal?
Outlaying Live is Tampa Bay's newest premium concert venue. Don't miss an unforgettable night of hits with Three Doors Down, Collective Soul, and Soul Asylum for their Rock and Roll Express tour. Coming to Outlaying Stadium Wednesday, July 11th. Tickets start at just $28. That shot going high. Rowdies continuing to apply pressure, and I'll tell you what, you know, we had our first concert at Outlaying Live last week. The great rock band Poison was here. It was fantastic. There was a lot of curiosity, Eddie, about how the stadium would work for a concert venue, but it was just perfect. Great parking, easy access, great intimate waterfront setting, and the sound was excellent. And tonight, the soccer pitch has recovered just greatly. No worse for wear. It is looking pristine tonight here at Outlaying.
And that's one of the things that you look for right after a concert. How is the pitch gonna, you know, be able to hold all the people? And I tell you what, it looks like a putting green. Great facility here. As we know, one of the best venues in the country. Teams love to come down here and play in this great venue against the Rowdies.
th minute. Drew Felios, Eddie Rodriguez, Lyndon Blake. Great to have you with us on ESPN Plus. Tampa Bay Rowdies hosting Toronto FC2. Toronto, several young players in the 11 tonight. It's been a story all season long, trying to build consistency, and then after tonight here in Tampa Bay, they have to take on Louisville City. So it does not get much easier for these guys. And the announcement made just a few days ago, Toronto FC2 will be moving to USL D3 next season, as that league is right now in the works and should be another phenomenal brand of soccer brought to you by the USL.
Yeah, you talk about the amount of teams they're gonna, you know, bring up in that USL 3. Talk about opportunities for some of these young players. Now you have, of course, USL and now USL 3, just more teams throughout the country. The Rowdies definitely establishing the flow of play, the way they want to play. They want to continue to go forward. Right now they have the score, they have the time.
We'll talk about Louisville City. Louisville City, defending USL champions, actually coming here to Outlaying Stadium this Saturday. That's a whole nother challenge for the Rowdies. Tampa Bay, if they can get a big win tonight and then take it to Louisville City this weekend, they are right back in the mix.
Yeah, and of course, one of the things we talked to Neil Collins during the week, and he said, look, we got to take it one game at a time. But yeah, we have to play against Toronto FC2, and then we worry about the next game, which is at home as well. But it's about preparing for each individual visiting team one at a time, whether you're on the road or where you're at home. But just taking your time and doing what you're supposed to do during the week, and of course, taking care of injuries as well.
Joe Cole sends it. Now the right side, Leo Fernandez attacking for Tampa Bay. Leon Taylor, so lethal since joining this roster. And Cole and Tampa Bay will now set things up, and this is where the Rowdies tonight have a real tactical advantage. If they can spread things out with their experience and their home pitch, they should just have a huge advantage.
And I tell you what, I love the fact that Neil Collins gives Georgi Hristov and Leo Fernandez the green light to go switch. Now you see him on the right, on the left, and of course Leo Fernandez being a left-footed player, you see him on the right, but he's got the ability to cut the ball to the inside, and so does Georgi Hristov. And the fact you're giving the whole defense a different look. You're playing on the right one moment, before you know it, you're on the left, and you're confusing the center backs. It's a different look. It's good for everyone when you're trying to go forward and keep the ball.
Hristov very involved. He's the most involved we have seen Georgi in the last few months, for sure. As now Toronto FC2 will possess. Trailing by a goal here, 17th minute. Toronto, of course, winners of the 2017 MLS Cup. So having tremendous success at the top of the organization, but A lot of injuries this season, and when you have that kind of turbulence at the top, it certainly filters down, and this club has felt it, to say the least, still looking for their first win.
Yeah, first Canadian club to win the MLS Cup, and of course, when, as you mentioned, when they have some injuries, they're going to pull some of the players from Toronto FC too.
Leo Fernandez, top of the 18, left foot, little flick in there. Gets sent right back out. So Cole now. Tampa Bay contacts, and we play on. Crowd wanted a whistle. Gonna get it this time, but it will be a throw in for Magalhaes.
Yeah, and you saw that Neil Collins was lifting his arms, perhaps asking for a call. Two Rowdies players making a run down the line.
Well, the USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow at USL on Twitter. Ralph's Mob rocking tonight on this 4th of July. And now the Spaniard, Angoida, will put things in motion for Toronto. Nice crowd on hand tonight. Fireworks display immediately following tonight's contest here in downtown St. Pete. I know fans will be looking to get in exactly the right spot for that. As Aduro goes down quickly.
Definitely a dangerous play, high kick. As the referee is having a close chat. And you see his right foot, the cleat going up.
Oh.
It was a dangerous play, and I don't think there's an intention to make contact. But the referee doing a good job staying close to the play, where those are the type of plays that you want to see close and personal, so you can make the right call.
Gorski. Jordan Feria now. Brampton, Ontario. He's 17 years old. So much youth on this Toronto FC roster. Taylor trying to chase it down. Collision on the far side. That'll be Campbell. Three draws this season for this Toronto club. North Carolina FC, New York Red Bulls 2, and FC Cincinnati. And for a team like this to pull even with all of those sides, it's pretty impressive.
And don't forget that Cincinnati, when they were down 3-1, just when you thought the game was over, you know, they were able to turn around. And a lot of that's courtesy of this man right here, Michael Rabasca, who came in, changed a little bit of the style, a native of the Arizona, Phoenix area. And of course, he's following the steps of another Arizonan who's coaching the MLS side. Having that communication between the coach of the MLS side and, of course, the Toronto FC2, it just gives you the ability to bring players up and down as they request them, as they need them, due to injuries or perhaps cards.
Now Toronto possessing, slowing things down here in the 21st minute. Toronto's done a good job since all the hoopla after that Hristov goal. Could have easily gotten out of hand quickly. They've done a good job possessing, not letting the Rowdies really get into a flow.
Yeah, they were able to just close those gaps. And if you go back to that goal, it all started by this man right here, Fitzgerald, with a great driven ball, and he just got the whole entire flat back four literally flat, and just one great ball, and Hristov came in between two players. But ever since then, as you mentioned, Drew, they were able just to sit a little bit and just keep the ball. Don't force the ball, and of course don't lose the ball in transition, which is one of the things they were doing in the beginning. They were losing the ball as they were trying to go forward, not able to find their forward's feet. See, Malik Johnson hasn't been able to get the ball at his feet where he's most dangerous, especially with that speed.
Cal Bjornthen, 23-year-old, sends it left. This is Feria. Feria had it poked away. Throw in on the near side for Toronto.
Sokello. Rowdies defense well organized. Keep an eye on Dominic Aduro, 29, right there, left side of your screen. Young man out of Ghana. He's fit right in here to the Rowdies 11. Feria able to get it back. Taken away though, Joe Cole right there. Now Leo Fernandez. And attack for Tampa Bay. Nice ball this time. Leon Taylor will hold things up, get some help. Taylor with that tremendous speed cannot beat the defender this time. Should be though. The Rowdies corner kick.
Man.
You would think.
Well, you see the size difference, and Julian Dunn gets a call on Taylor. Yeah, Taylor was trying to, actually he had the inside track when Dunn was making the turn right here. He pushes the ball, trying to get around. You actually see the right arm, the right hand by Dunn. He could have very well gone the other way. And that's what Leo Fernandez was trying to do, trying to play the ball into that corner, try to isolate Taylor one-on-one with Dunn. That's the matchup you want to have.
It's so hard to believe. Rowdies have not had a win, 3 points here at home since April 21st. That match against Real, when they took right now one of the top teams in the league. 2-0. Taylor trying to work one more time. Being held. Official right there. And we play on. This is Fernandez.
You see that connection between Fernandez and Taylor. He found Taylor in the corner. Once again, try to isolate him. Wanted to go one-on-one in the corner every time. Go at defenders. You saw the defenders grabbing Taylor's jersey.
Joe Cole now. Rowdies leaders settling things down.
Much better job by Toronto, though, staying home, closing those gaps in those space. See that 1-2? They're going to make you play the ball in front, not let the Rowdies get behind with one diagonal run, which is what happened in the goal.
Makowecki. Cole gonna let it rip. Sent in the air and sailed over everybody out of bounds.
Looking for George Hristov, who made a run inside, and so were Taylor and Leo Fernandez. All three players inside the box.
Joe Cole's got to be a happy camper. England alive and well in the World Cup, taking on Sweden in 3 days.
Especially the fact that England were able to get the monkey off their back in penalty kicks. Finally. But as you know, Drew, in any competition, you go to penalty kicks, and it's a 50-50 challenge.
Here's Cole. Cole switches left. Hristov, the shot. Oh, denied. Is running into the goalie. It's going to be Taylor this time. And Taylor's going to be issued a yellow here.
Yeah, Taylor was just unfortunately try to jump over the goalkeeper's head, and he actually made contact, but there's no intention to hurt the goalkeeper. He is going to get a yellow. You can see the discussion going back and forth.
That's Biora and Goisha for Toronto. Goalkeeper right now on the ground. And Taylor booked in the 27th minute.
And you see a great ball right here. Joe Cole plays the ball to his left. George Hristov, great look right there. Good shot. Keeper goes down. Yeah, you can tell he was just trying to dive over him. He does make contact, however. That's the reason why he got the yellow.
So the Spaniard right now on the ground for Toronto FC2. And again, got to mention, they lost their #1 goalie, Angelo Cavalluzzo, to ruptured Achilles a while back. So this certainly not going to help things. Well, Al Lang Live is Tampa Bay's newest premium concert venue. Don't miss an unforgettable night of hits with Three Doors Down, Collective Soul, and Soul Asylum for their Rock and Roll Express tour. It's coming to Link Stadium Wednesday, July 11th. It's 1 week from tonight. Tickets starting at just $28. The phone number 727-431-3288 to get your tickets now. I didn't realize how many of their songs that I knew and I loved, Eddie, until I started hearing the commercials. Here Without You, Kryptonite, Shine, Runaway Train, so many more. It's going to be a fun night. Again, tickets start at $28. I don't want to start singing here in the booth, but I'm starting to get the fever.
Oh, you can if you want, but you're right. A lot of the classics, if you will, a lot of good songs, and you know they stayed in your head. Before you know it, you're singing the song.
Right now, concern on the Toronto side. It did not look like, again, there was any malicious act or intent by Leon Taylor, but certainly caught the side of the head of the Toronto FC2 keeper, and he is a little slow getting up.
Yeah, the trainer doing the proper concussion protocol. And you're right, watch his left foot right there as he's trying to jump over now. One of the things you do worry about, and you see it time and time again, when the forward runs into the goalkeeper with his knee, and I've seen, you know, a ton of time where goalkeepers get, you know, concussion because they get a knee to the face. Now that's a different story. He did get, you know, a piece of his left foot. Taylor was trying to jump over him, and there's definitely contact. But you know, great job by the staff from Toronto FC, making sure and taking their time to make sure that the goalkeeper is, you know, doesn't have a concussion. You can see a little bump right there on the left side where you can see there was definitely contact.
So good to see that Bioria is okay. As we continue here in the 30th minute. 1-0 is your score. Drew Felios with Eddie Rodriguez, Lyndon Blake, and our broadcasting family here for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Thank you for spending your 4th of July with us. Rowdies already with a goal. Georgi Hristov making history in the first 10 minutes, passing Derek Smethurst as the all-time leading scorer. Tampa Bay Rowdies history. That's the first goal of the evening. Leo Fernandez always making something happen, going down hard that time. And Marco Romeo.
That's definitely got to be
going to get disciplined here.
Well, the key about that one, Drew, is the last defender, so you have to be careful with that. That could be a straight red too. In that situation where if you know you're the last one, a lot of the times you see the referee going to their straight red. You see Leo Fernandez right there, gets right in front. I can't tell from this angle whether he was the last defender right there, Drew, or there was one behind him.
Set piece now coming up for Tampa Bay. Leo Fernandez. Taylor. It's many in green and gold. Jockeying pole position here. House mob alive and well here in the 31st minute. Joe Cole. Marked tightly by white jerseys here so far. This ball's got nice curl on it, and it wreaks a little bit of havoc. Danger for Toronto. And that time it was Magalhaes who looked like he had the best shot.
Yeah, Magalhaes getting at the end of that, but great delivery though by Leo Fernandez. Puts a nice spin in the ball. And you see 3 of the Rowdies players making a run to the near post for the same ball. Magalhaes, great contact, near post. Taylor was the second player.
Rowdies corner kick brought to you by Ashley Home Store. This one, another pretty good chance. And again, it was Magalhaes, the 24-year-old Brazilian, signed back on January 12th, having an impact here in 2018.
Having an impact, Drew, but great deliveries once again. Leo Fernandez with a great in-swinger. Magalhaes gets up. Oh, he just won that 50-50 challenge. He stepped right in front of that defender, making good contact. You're right, though. It's great to see a center back coming forward and getting chances going to goal.
it's Hundle. John Hundle, 18-year-old. Has it put away from him. Cello will now come to throw it in. Toronto FC 2. This ball low. Easily taken care of by the Rowdies back line. And now it's Fernandez. Fernandez does not elevate. Good decision. Stays on the ground, but this time wants a handball. It looks like the Rowdies are going to get it.
And you see both players, Taylor and Fernandez, going for the ball. Took a funny bounce, but you see the entire defense from Toronto they were trying to get back onside. And this is when the Rowdies, Drew, can afford to bring down the level, keep the ball. You don't have to go forward every time. You can switch your point of attack, control the game a little more, put a little pause, and choose when to go forward and when not to go, when to stay.
Keep in mind, new acquisition, Stefano Bonomo, in the lineup tonight. He is as a reserve with a chance. Interesting to see if he does see action, as Lyndon said. He's a really Rowdies killer in the past. Cello this time whistled, and Tampa Bay will have another set piece.
Yeah, he has, Drew. That was one of those additions to the team that was not only because you get a great player, but because every time the Rowdies has gone up and played the Red Bulls, he's always managed to score goals against the Rowdies. And of course, he's a player you can bring in the second half. The scores remains the same, or you have a 1 or 2 goal advantage. He's just a great forward, somebody else you can bring off the bench to score some goals.
White, hit the line.
Yes. Slips away. Out of town scores Ottawa 1-0 over Indy. That one's still the first half. Carolina, Pittsburgh as well, still scoreless. While the Rowdies looking for their second goal as Fernandez shoots one right into the seats.
It's a good idea by Leo Fernandez. He was trying to test Borja Gotia, the goalkeeper. He really hasn't, we've seen much of him ever since he went down that collision with Leon Taylor.
Cole's challenge. This time Joe will get whistled. Joe Cole with 6 yellow cards on the season. 3 goals on the year, 1 assist to go with it. Would like to see Joe Cole get into the scoring column here tonight. That'd be nice.
Yeah, and you want to see him a little more involved. I mean, I know he's been running defensively there. You see him, but I'd like to see the Rowdies able to find him, lay the ball early to his feet.
Toronto for an opening. Not many openings in that Rowdies defense right now. Fitzgerald's going to pick this one out of the air. Tampa Bay went 14 months here on this pitch without a loss. That was ended against Penn FC. Trying to start a new streak here tonight. Fernandez wins that one. And now Leo Fernandez slows things up. Gorgeous pass to Vingard with the left-footed blast. And a tremendous save by Borja Ingoida. Now he's coming right back. Oh, nice little flick. Leon Taylor in traffic. Taylor trying to collect it.
The referee
right there.
I'm not sure about that one, Drew. I think he's calling offsides, I think. I'm not. That combination, though, is great. This is the last one on top of the box. Vinegar takes a left-footed shot. right at the hands of Borja, who stood his ground. The Rowdies keep knocking on their door, Drew, just a matter of time. They're finding those gaps, finding those seams in between the center backs.
Talked about Bonomo available tonight for Tampa Bay. Also Junior Flemings, we could see a little bit later. Alex Morel, Michael Nanchoff, Sebastian Guinzotti as well. Efraim Taku, another possibility here tonight. Toronto, much room to work with there. This one gets sent out of bounds. Well, we are getting ready for Al Lang Live, Tampa Bay's newest premium concert venue, to heat up 1 week from tonight. Don't miss an unforgettable night of hits with Three Doors Down, Collective Soul, and Soul Asylum for their Rock and Roll Express tour. That's Wednesday, July 11th. Tickets start at just $28. The number is 727-431-3288 to get yours now. I'm getting my tickets tonight for sure. Corner kick, Toronto. Good in swing. Oh, Fitzgerald was moving to his right that time. Good idea by the visitors.
Good ball into the box. In swinger. The captain once again going to the other side. They also send a good amount of numbers too in the box, making some good runs. Near post, far post. A couple of different choices. See how tight the marking is right around the 18, Drew. Tell that's a set piece by design.
Thornton, nice ball this time. A little too physical though. In the box there. I'll tell you what, throwing his body around. Noble Okello, the big man, only 17 years old for Toronto, but he is a big target. He has been extremely physical in this first half.
Yeah, and you talked about, you know, how young this Toronto FC on average is, but you're right. Talk about the physicality of this game and really throwing your body around. You see him right there in the middle of your screen, just a force to be reckoned with. The middle of the pitch, plays that defensive center mid there. You see him on the ball. He distributes the ball so well.
Toronto flowing pretty nicely at the moment. Farias sending one in, and a great job by Fitzgerald to come up and fist it out. Brilliantly done.
Fitzgerald definitely awake, comes out, owns that box.
Ball played off the wrist of Joe Cole. Not going to like this call, but handball is the call inside the center circle. Cole did not like it because it came really, really late.
Yeah, late, and also it's one of those things where he mistrapped the ball just kind of jumped. One of those where you're not able to control it, so it's not like he's trying to hand the ball, but once again, the big man at center mid right there, you see him. Okello going from left to right, connecting the dots. And once again, making himself available to play the ball again.
Okello has got to be the tallest player that we've seen this entire season in the USL. Toronto in within striking range here. Attacking from the right. Hristov went down momentarily. Able to bounce right back up. Lakawecki trying to handle things on that far side.
Great job by Lakawecki, just staying his ground, winning the ball, clearing the ball out of bounds when he needs to, but he actually got a piece of the forward. He was able to get the ball again.
Rowdies coming in tonight with 19 points, 11th place in the Eastern Conference. 6 points over the next few days would be absolutely huge moving forward. Still plenty of season remains. After tonight, 18 more games.
They would be so useful, Drew. They can. Let's start with a 3 tonight. Let's start one game at a time. Just want to keep adding points here as the season moves on. Just as you mentioned, there's a lot of games to be played.
Now Leon Taylor tries to service one in. Nobody was home that time. Gorski wanted it a little bit lower, was standing at that near post. Taylor went to the far side.
Yeah, a little miscommunication, and of course Borja Angotia, the goalkeeper, comes out. He seems to be fine. Has distributed a couple of good balls out of the back. And
really like the pace of Fernandez in this first half. Cole directing traffic for Tampa Bay. Lays a touch as well. Approaching the end of this first half. Rowdies right now sitting on a 1-0 lead. Tam Akandawiri, remember he had a goal in that Charlotte match last week. Taylor goes down hard again. He has not gotten a break from the officials yet in this first half. Lakawecki collects. Lakawecki, the service. Fernandez, the closest guy there. Another tie-up, and this is Dominic Adoro wreaking havoc, doing what he was brought in to do.
That's a great job by Dominic because he feels the pressure, he feels the pull, and then he gets the call right around the 18, outside, about 20 out. Joe Cole, remember, we've seen him score goals from there. A couple of different choices. Leo Fernandez from the left angle. Vingard on the ball as well.
Crowd comes alive here at Outlink Stadium. 44th minute. Rowdies a 1-0 lead over Toronto. Vingard and Fernandez on top of it. Vingard. Nice little 1-2 there. Looking for Georgi Hristov, trying to get the Bulgarian involved again.
That's a great idea, though, drawing the Toronto FC players out. Nice little ball played in space.
Taylor with some time. Gorski. Oh, Cole is open. Joe Cole just over the crossbar. Oh.
Great turn by the Englishman. Puts his head down, trying to go near post. Just misses, not by much though. Watch this great ball he gets. Quick turn, looks down, strikes the ball, looking for that near post. Borja Anguita had the near post though, but it was a great strike by Joe Cole.
That is what World Cup caliber players do. Immediately sensing that he had an opening, great turn, and the shot just about a foot high.
And you see how fast he took that shot, right? One-time turn, the second touch was a hit already. Didn't take a lot of time because the defender was closing, and of course the goalkeeper Borja had the near post already.
Well, 3 minutes of stoppage time, 3 minutes here to wind down the first half of action. Most of that time coming off the injury to the Toronto FC 2 goalie, Goisha, as he was collided with Leon Taylor about midway through this first half. Toronto attacking with Feria. Feria sending one in again, just no help with Fitzgerald there to pick it out of the air. That's.
And once again, look at this set piece right here. Ball goes near post. Joe Cole trying to play the ball now. He did not get enough of the ball. Georgi Hristov was making a good run behind the defense, behind the wall rather. It's a great set piece because if Joe Cole hits that ball right, he would have left Georgi Hristov one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
Dominic Adoro. Puts good air on this one. Fernandez with a chance. Trying to get the angle. Leo Fernandez gets it into the 6, and this one left-footed just high. And again, Cole is going to want that one back.
Great job by Leo Fernandez. He plays the ball across to Joe Cole. This is something you don't see often. Joe Cole missing that close. Now he went to his left foot, but watch this great ball that goes around. See, he took a little bit of a bad touch, a hop on the left. Great ball by Fernandez though, because the ball goes all the way across the goal and nobody by Toronto FC can touch it. Joe would love to have that one back, but that's what you want out of the last minutes of this first half. Keep the pressure on offensively, and you don't have to defend.
In moments like that, Eddie, when you are that close as a player, you've been in that situation so many times. How tough is it to just erase it and keep moving on?
Well, that's what we call having an elephant memory. Forget about the one that just passed because the next one's coming in, and that's a forward. You got to forget about it. It was a great ball by Fernandez. Great challenge by Joe Cole going forward. He found the ball in the 6. You got to be able to put those away because you put that one away right now, Drew. Now you go at the half 2-0. 2 goes up. That's a totally different game than 1-0.
Final seconds of a pretty good first half for Tampa Bay. Toronto FC2 able to hang in. Looked like several moments where the Rowdies could have opened this game up. Toronto able to just hang in, stay together. And as we head to the locker room, second half should be very interesting. Georgie Hristov, your new all-time leading scorer as a Tampa Bay Rowdy. Let's send it down to Lyndon Blake, who's with Neil Collins.
Coach, how does it feel to get that quick, fast start that you've been wanting for and to go into the lead? Go to the lead at the half.
Yeah, I'm pleased with the start. A lot of positives, a lot of effort, but there's certainly a lot we can improve on. We need to improve our quality on the ball, our quality of our decision making, but pleased to be up.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, Neil Collins still looking for that elusive first home win as Rowdies coach. Hristov and company up 1-0 over Toronto FC2. Halftime festivities coming up in a moment.
Across Florida, we're listening to customers like you, and we're working hard to build the brighter energy future you and your family deserve. That's why we're making smart investments in the grid to improve reliability and prevent outages, to use more clean, renewable energy like solar, and to give you better control over your energy use today and in the years ahead. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics on Florida's Gulf Coast in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
If you're new in town and working on your dreams and you don't know what you need, we got the perfect plan for you. My Blue, we are here for you, for you, for you. We're Florida Blue. Don't you worry now, 'cause you don't have to. Here we always say we got you. We are here for you. This is your home, Florida Blue.
Halftime here in downtown St. Pete. Tampa Bay Rowdies a 1-0 lead on Toronto FC2 in a game that has transpired about as we thought. 45 minutes and change through. Drew Felios alongside the former MLS star Eddie Rodriguez, and a big weight off the shoulder of Georgie Hristov. Still got a game to play, but great to see Georgie finally deliver for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, finally, as we mentioned, he got the monkey off his back. He's been waiting a long time, but as a forward, you have to be patient. You have to wait for the play to develop, and he done that. Great job by Akira Fitzgerald with a long, driven ball. And that's pretty much what put him through. Just when we thought that Taylor flicked the ball, it was a goalkeeper who, dumped the ball right into the space, and Georgie Hristov did the rest.
All right, still anybody's match going into the second half. Let's take a look at your highlights after half number one. Kira Fitzgerald putting this ball in motion, and it was right down. It happened so quickly, Eddie.
And you can tell the two center backs from Toronto don't know exactly what happened. Hristov never took the pedal off the gas. He went straight in, and how about that finish? One-time finish, great technical ability, and you see it right there, just to break the record, and finally get it done.
Tampa Bay coming right back. Rowdies had several chances. Joe Cole and company. Hristov right there. That one going to be knocked down in a collision with Leon Taylor. It took goalie a couple minutes to get up, and Taylor yellow carded.
Yeah, Hristov took the ball to his left, and now Fernandez here trying to get away. This is when I thought it could have been a red card because he was the last defender.
Leo trying to send one in. Taylor involved there as he has been since joining the Rowdies off the set piece here. And Rowdies, again, several chances. Joe Cole, little cheeky here, trying to get it to Hristov, but Rowdies not able to score a goal. Let's take a look now at our Technia Logistics halftime stats. Look at the numbers, and really dominating as far as shots are concerned.
Yeah, shots on goal 5, but look at the possession as well. The Rowdies have been patient. They know when to go forward. They know how to play with that score right now, and that's the key to this game for them. Manage the time, manage the score as well. Bring some players who's got fresh legs, and continue to go forward and create chances, not giving anything in the back.
Thanks so much for spending your 4th of July with us. Rowdies with a lead 1-0, and more from Al Lang in a moment.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, we want you to eat better and feel better with smoothies made from better-for-you ingredients and food crafted with the bold flavors you love, like our Chipotle Chicken Club flatbread with grilled chicken, bacon, pepper jack, and chipotle mayo, or our Island Green Smoothie with fresh kale and spinach, banana, mango, and pineapple. Life's too good to settle for anything less. Chipotle Chicken Club and Island Green Smoothie at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
Florida Print Solutions is St. Petersburg's leader for the best quality, service, marketing, and printing solutions for your business, always with free pickup and delivery. At Florida Print Solutions, we stand for our community. Superior product quality, effective business solutions, and of course, we stand for printing. Make your next call to Florida Print Solutions and take your business image to the next level. Florida Print Solutions is an official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
In the Tampa Bay area, the weather can change in an instant. Especially during storm season, it pays to stay on top of it. That's what makes the free TBO weather app so indispensable. You can track approaching storms with animated radar that zooms to your location. And you can click on the future radar button to see where the weather is headed. Don't get caught in the rain. Download TBO Weather today. Go to tbo.com/weather to get started.
Our next home game broadcast will be Saturday, July 7th, as the Rowdies host Louisville City. The broadcast kicks off at 7 with the match set for 7:30 here at Al Lang Stadium. It's the second matchup for the clubs this season. Rowdies fell to Louisville City 1-0 on the road back in Week 3. Prior to tonight's matchup, the defending USL Cup champs have scored 22 goals, and that mirrors the Rowdies. Cameron Lancaster is someone to watch in the match. He scored 8 goals for Louisville City. And on the flip side, the club has 5 clean sheets. Be sure to tune into This TV Tampa Bay Saturday, July 7th, as the Rowdies host Louisville City. Now, here's Drew Felios with USL News and Notes.
All right, thank you so much, Lyndon. Right now, Tampa Bay Rowdies in 11th place with 19 points. 3 points would be huge tonight. They're trying to get within that top 8 as Cincinnati continues to be the class of the Eastern Conference. Several games in action here tonight. Ottawa Fury FC right now a 1-0 halftime lead over Indy 11. Pittsburgh and North Carolina still looking for their first goal. Several news and notes we want to tell you about around the USL. Phoenix Rising
5 straight shutouts on their side, most recently 1-0 over Orange County SC. How about the Rail Monarchs, leading all USL teams in points and wins as well. And Cincinnati, 34 points in the East. Phoenix Rising doing their thing as well in the West. And the Golden Boot watch, Carlton Belmar, Thomas Enovoldsen, right now leading the league, both with 9 goals. And now let's take you around the USL for week 16.
Trying to lob all the way! Oh, he made up for it in the most incredible of fashions! Oh, come on! Lancaster! Cameron Lancaster! A dream of a goal!
Yeats inside the area, it's Hamilton! What a finish! Jordan Hamilton! What a strike!
Depersky getting in behind.
That ball from Mirkovic, and what an incredible goal from Perisky! Cordell Cato, oh my goodness, what a finish! Across the middle, Obanawi with the insurance goal, there it is!
McInerney, good looking ball! Jack McInerney!
Just dinks it back in, flicked on, Krisnenko! Brody inside the 18, Brody shot and a goal! Andrew Brody puts the Monarchs ahead in the 8th minute of play. This one sent in. Great effort! Tampa Bay equalized in the 90th. It's Damo Duro in his Rowdy debut. Obi steps in. Obi shooting! Saved by Lynn! He protected the 2 points!
Looking overlap here on the cross, volleyed in, and beautifully saved.
Stepping forward, header is saved! Von Williams just barely knocking it away from Doyle.
Brandon Allen! Garces kept it out.
Here comes Fresno. Cooper! Safe keeper. Cohen gets in behind. Francois off of Ramjinsing. Francois again. Ramjinsing slaps it away. Lofted over the back line and saved by Pickens as he dives aside.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
great night to be at Outling Stadium. Tampa Bay Rowdies 1-0 over Toronto FC2 on this 4th of July, 2018. Well, Outling Stadium becoming Outling Live 1 week from tonight, Tampa Bay's newest premium concert venue. Don't miss an unforgettable night of hits with Three Doors Down, Collective Soul, and Soul Asylum for their Rock and Roll Express tour. That's coming to Outling Stadium Wednesday, July 11th. Tickets start at just $28, and the number 727-431-3288. We had our first concert at Outling Live last week. The great rock band Poison was here, and they were sensational. There's a lot of curiosity about the stadium here. How would it work for a concert venue? And it was just perfect. Easy parking, easy access, great intimate waterfront setting, and the sound, I'm telling you, off the charts. And the pitch tonight, Eddie, this atmosphere, no worse for wear. It is looking great, and downtown St. Pete buzzing right now about this concert series.
Absolutely, the city of St. Pete and of course the Rowdies organization have done a tremendous job just putting things together. And you know, you step down the pitch, Drew, you would have never know there's a concert here. You know, so it's one of those situations where anybody that comes down into St. Pete downtown, they're getting great, of course, you know, atmosphere when it comes down to some of the concerts. And of course, what about soccer here? Both teams get set for the second half, but the teams that come down and visit St. Pete, just what a great venue to play in this stadium.
Mahaffey Theater also right next door. Great entertainment there year-round. And right now, Toronto FC2 trying to find a way to get on the board here in enemy territory. Talked about Noble Okello, number 59, left side of your screen right there. It's been a big difference maker after one half of play for Toronto FC2. Rowdies, meanwhile, getting that goal from Hristov, and it being the difference. We had heavy showers here about 4:30, 5 o'clock, but the clouds blew over. It's been a pretty nice night. Fans have settled in, awaiting the fireworks immediately following this contest, and hopefully it's a Rowdies win, because, Eddie, it has not happened in a long time, since April, Tampa Bay getting a win at home.
Well, this is one of those situations where, you know, Neil Collins, the coach, I can guarantee that he's prepared the group for this scenario once again. What happens if we go ahead? You know, what happens, you know, regardless of what the score is, they have to continue to play the game. You have an entire 45 minutes in the second half, and you got to be able to play with players coming off the bench. Great options, and the majority of them are attacking players. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the second half as far as players.
Early whistle. This one on Tampa Bay. Toronto again with just 3 points on the season, trying to build momentum, trying to get experience for so many of these young players. Several teenagers in the lineup tonight on the visiting side. Keep in mind, 59 Okello, just 17 years old, out of Toronto, Ontario.
So keep in mind, you talk about a 17-year-old player playing at this level already. That means that, you know, he forego his ability to, you know, or eligibility for NCAA and go play in college. So at 17 to be playing the pros, that means he's looking to go to Europe somewhere pretty soon. And that's what, you know, playing at the USL level at 17, but that's what you want out of it. Get some games under your belt and move on to a higher club.
Oh, takedown, Leon Taylor. It's been in the middle of a lot of physicality here tonight. This one looks like it's worthy of a yellow card, and it's going to be.
Oh, absolutely. That is not a good foul. Once again, Julian Dunn. Telling you, Drew, this is the second time where I thought if he's the last player, that's a straight red. It happened once in the first half, but watch, he was beaten already, and that's why he grabbed Taylor's jersey right there. And of course, Taylor did a good job selling in as well.
Grabbed him by the elbow that time. Taylor also has a yellow tonight on the Tampa Bay side.
But that's the matchup tonight. Julian Dunn and Taylor. Taylor, of course, looking for his third goal in 3 appearances. Looking to keep that streak alive.
Player down, quickly gets up.
Cal Bjornthen for Toronto. Rowdies now will play it forward. Vingard. Nice touch. Taylor sends it right to Fernandez. Tampa Bay with good pace here in the opening minutes. Magalhaes and Lakawecki. Eddie, what should the approach be for the Rowdies right now at this point? Obviously, you're at home, you expect to get 3 points, but you also have to come away with a win here tonight. You cannot afford to concede a goal.
Yeah, no, right now it's exactly what they're doing. You got to continue playing the game. You cannot sit back. It's way too early to do that, to play defense. You know, you're creating chances. That's what you want to do. Put yourself in a situation where you can put another one.
Cole, beautiful touch. Hristov! Oh! And Goida comes up big, sliding to his right. Georgie denied a second goal.
Yeah, Georgie Hristov doesn't make the best contact with the ball. Of course, courtesy of Joe Cole. Once again, Vingard in the box.
Martin Vingard. Nice service. Snap back outside the 18. And danger avoided at the moment. Well, USL Pick'em. How well do you know the USL? Test your knowledge. And USLsoccer.com's weekly picks competition. Every Tuesday, you could win tickets to an upcoming USL game of your choice.
Drew, you talk about what is it that the Rowdies need to do, exactly what they did. Just as you were asking me that, Joe Cole goes in a breakaway, plays a great ball to George Hristov. And just like that, Drew, that could be the second goal. Pretty much, you know, taking care of business, but they got to continue to do that. They got to keep the ball, create chances, and when they do have them, you got to be able to put them away. Now, defensively, you don't give anything up. No silly fouls outside the 18. No losing the ball in transition at center mid. You do not lose the ball at center mid, and then you can take your chances. Last time they had a dangerous shot on Fitzgerald. It was in the 10th minute. It's been a while, so great job by the entire defense for the Rowdies.
Young Neil Collins rooting on his Tampa Bay Rowdies. Coach Collins telling us time and again, we've got to have a never say die mentality. We need pace, we need youth, we need energy in green and gold. Got to be able to run. Tampa Bay doing that right now at the moment. Vingard trying to slide one to Taylor, and Leon couldn't save at that time.
Yeah, Drew, and I think you could agree with me that ever since Neil Collins took over, you know, the face of the team or the mentality of the team has definitely changed. And there's one of, let's go forward. You know, let's not give up at any given time. Let's go forward, try to get as many goals as we can, play good soccer, defend regardless how hard you have to try to come back. You see players, some of your experienced players, like even Schaefer before he left, or even Joe Cole, playing defense first. That tells you what Neil Collins wants out of his players.
Goal kick now for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald replacing Cody Mizell. Mizell is available tonight. Taylor trying to get it ahead to Fernandez. They wanted a foul. Again, no whistle. As controlling it is Bjornthen.
And you see Leon Taylor getting up, climbing the ladder, flicking the ball. He was actually putting Leo Fernandez through on that flick. That's what you want out of your big man on top. You post up forward.
Rowdies now will attack. Here's Fernandez. And Leo has it taken away quickly. Rowdies trying to stay on top, though. Don Maduro will touch it behind. Well, want to keep up with the best social media from around the USL? Join Kelsey Steele every Friday, USL's social media channels, for the latest edition of Off the Post with Kelsey Steele. Don't miss it. No damage on either side so far in the second half. 53rd minute. Drew Felios, Eddie Rodriguez, and Lyndon Blake down on the field. Tampa Bay Rowdies on ESPN Plus. Happy 4th of July. It's been fun so far. Georgie Hristov approaching now for Tampa Bay. Sends one into the 6. Dangerous ball. Fernandez about 2 feet away from him.
Now you see the difference, Drew. The Rowdies are able to find those gaps once again. You see Vingar on the ball, Lakawaki on the left. They play the 1-2. Even Georgie Hristov had a great cross. Taylor far post, but having the ability of possessing the ball side to side, then that's going to open up the through balls in the middle, and that's how you can find those gaps going forward.
Taylor, oh, tremendous ball. Hristov trying to get free. That's a clear takedown.
It's offsides first, though.
Oh.
See the referee, but you're right. If that would have been on, that would have been a red card. So smart, Georgie Hristov took the touch to the inside where he was ensuring the collision by the defender who was late.
Looked like it was very close as well. Georgie has such a great knack of avoiding that offside.
Yeah, and once again, Drew, you play that fine line. Even is on, so you want to be just even right around when your midfielder touches the ball, then you can be in front of them. So you got to play that game. Play in front, step behind.
Here's Cole now, sliding it ahead to Fernandez. Leo Fernandez. 3 goals on the season for Leo. A little bit of fancy footwork. This time slides it in, and Leon Taylor puts it away.
Leo Fernandez with a great run down the line. He actually tried to cross the ball. Took a little bit of a funny bounce. Great job by Joe Cole playing the ball. Once again, he takes one player. He was going to cross it right here. Missed the ball. He gets up, crosses the ball, and once again, who else? Leon Taylor to make it 3 for 3. And you see Borja Angotia, the goalkeeper, the Spaniard, not happy because look at Taylor all by himself. No Toronto FC defenders. Don't forget you have Joe Cole open in the far post.
Leon Taylor's been a weapon for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. 3 games he's played in, 3 goals. Tampa Bay Rowdies have a new emerging star by the name of Leon Taylor.
Well, that's magic in your boots right there. That's what you want out of a forward. Somebody who can consistently put the ball in the back of the net. And I think the Rowdies finally found that in Leon Taylor. 3 games, 3 goals. But once again, give credit to the center mids. Joe Cole, Leo Fernandez with a great run. He never gave up. He almost missed the ball. He stayed, he stayed calm and found that touch to the near post, and Taylor did the rest.
Rowdies widening the gap here at home. It's 2-0, 56th minute. Ralph's mob on their feet. Fans loving things right now here on the 4th of July. Okello. This one touched on the inside and crowded as Damaduro trying to clear things for Tampa Bay. There he is. Another newbie, and again, the newest Rowdies, Aduro, Taylor, making a difference here early in the second half.
Yeah, and you see Aduro, you see his consistency at center mid, just keeps the ball. He connects the dots. He wins the ball defensively. He plays the ball through somebody's feet offensively. He makes some runs out of the back, but if he's not on, Drew, he's going to stay home and play defense the entire time.
Well, these are the names that Rowdies fans are going to have to get used to. Of course, such an emotional farewell to Marcel Schaefer, Eddie, last month. And he meant so much to this club. And Neil Collins also no longer in a playing role. New stars emerging for Tampa Bay. And guess who is getting ready to check in? Stefano Bonomo is going to come in, and he is going to replace the goal-scoring Leon Taylor. So Bonomo in for Taylor. Taylor will get a big round of applause, and Rowdies fans cannot wait to see Bonomo in action. Rowdy substitutes tonight brought to you by Kickoff Marketing. Kickoff Marketing, a proud sponsor of Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer.
Yeah, that's the sub that you were looking for.
Fitzgerald can't handle this one, and it finds a spot in the back of the net. Rowdies lead cut in half just like that.
Wow, in-swinger to the near post. And I think Fitzgerald trying to keep the ball where all you got to do right there, Drew, is just punch the ball out. He's got too much of a spin, too much of a bender to try to keep the ball. And just like that, Toronto FC too trying to come back. And you see that, yeah, you see the momentum trying to go in, and all Fitzgerald had to do is just tip the ball over the bar. You send the ball for a corner kick, you try to hold on to that, and it's extremely difficult because of the spin.
So Rowdies fans not going to get comfortable just yet. As Bonomo sends it back. Tampa Bay is going to have to recover quickly after that one.
Bonomo,
simply one that should not have happened.
Yeah, you're right. You talk about the substitution. You know, you take out Taylor, who scored his 3rd goal in 3 games, and now you bring Stefano Bonomo, a player who's known for scoring goals against the Rowdies. Well, now he gets to be part of the Rowdies. Now he's going to try to go forward and once again give the ball to Joe Cole, play the balls into the forwards. Now, how do you come back from this mentally? We said it in the first half, Drew. You forget about it. You worry about the next one. And if you're the goalkeeper right now, Akira Fitzgerald, then you really forget about it. You got to put it behind. Do not dwell on it. As you see the referee once again going offside on Fernandez.
Give this Toronto club credit as they are fighting. Here traveling to the south, taking on the Tampa Bay Rowdies here on the 4th of July. A Rowdies tradition, and the goal is going to be credited to Uccello. Luca Uccello, a 20-year-old from Woodbridge, Ontario, with the goal.
Yeah, Uccello did a great job by just putting the ball on frame with enough spin, or it became dangerous for Fitzgerald. And here comes Bonomo.
Bonomo again has haunted the Rowdies the last few years. Won a title with Red Bulls 2 back in 2016. Scored 4 goals against these Rowdies. Star to Cal Berkeley.
Yeah, for Bonomo coming into the game, he's got to establish his flow of play with Leo Fernandez, with Joe Cole, and trying to get that. They haven't played together before, but 1 or 2 practices, they got to get acquainted with the passes, with the movement on and off the ball.
Trying to switch the point of attack here. Cervelli able to collect. Look out! Nice run for Toronto. It's broken up by Makandawari at just the right time. Well, watch highlights from every game of the 2018 USL season and bonus content from around the league by subscribing to the league's official YouTube channel at youtube.com/USL. The USL on YouTube. Full highlights available after every single match. Gorski now on top of it for the Rowdies. A critical final 30 minutes coming up in this match, Eddie. For the Rowdies, you've got to get the 3 points here and then look forward to Saturday night in Louisville City.
Oh, you're right, but the next 5 minutes for the Rowdies are crucial, Drew, and I tell you what, the mental aspect of this game right now, you got to establish the fact that it was just a mistake. It happens, but you got to put it behind. So you got to establish once again, keep the ball, continue to create chances, go forward. Don't put the head down and try to play defense. Continue to go forward and do what you've been doing. Distribution out of the back has been phenomenal by Tam Makandawari, and of course, Ivan Magales.
Nice turn by Vingard. Vingard, a pass. Bonomo getting free and shooting just high.
Great job defending, though, right at the end. That was Campbell puts the ball over, and you see Bonomo almost with a great chance. Look how he opens his body, though. Great delivery. He turns. And that's what I was telling you, that he's got to get used to his partners now, his players, his teammates. Getting the ball to his right foot. He's a right-footed player. He did a great job opening that right foot, that right hip,
putting himself one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Borja. And he just wasn't able to finish.
Corner kick on the way for the Rowdies. Header! Shot! Off the post! Oh! Leo Fernandez, point blank, just could not put it in. Cole will try again. Another service. Far post. Fernandez comes up. Bonomo, the shot straight on. And this one is off the fingertips of Boita.
Bonomo once again with a great chance, brings the ball down inside the 18. And I think this is the first shot right here. Leo Fernandez off the post. And here's the subsequent shot right there. Bonomo finds the ball outside of his right foot. Oof, barely misses. Great job, though, that the Rowdies keep going, putting that pressure up. Trying to get that third goal.
Now it's Bonomo. How about Bonomo already? Just 10 minutes into his Rowdies career.
2 shots.
He's established himself as a force. That is how you get right to work.
Yeah, no wonder Stefano Bonomo was a force to be reckoned with against the Rowdies. Every time they play him, he was able to capitalize, but he's going to be able to do more than that. Hold the ball. He plays like a number 9, so once again, they get a corner kick.
Corner kicks tonight for the Rowdies, brought to you by Ashley Home Store. Ashley Home Store, proud sponsor of your Tampa Bay Rowdies. Leo Fernandez twice on the USL Team of the Week. 3 goals, 1 assist on the season. Leo has not really made an impact on the stat sheet, but doing the little things as of late to really help the Tampa Bay side. This one sent in. Header was set up nicely. Hunter Gorski got airborne. Just could not connect.
And Drew, this is when you got to give credit to Lee Cohen, the general manager, and Neil Collins from going after these players. You talk about Stefano Bonomo, players who can come in and do some damage. Of course, a couple of other players who just made the roster for the Rowdies that are going to make an impact. And one did already score a great goal. Oduro last game, waiting for Poco to get clear, the 10th.
And Boita sends it out for Toronto FC2. Kwadwo Poku, midfielder out of Ghana. He is going to be available on July 10th. He's got 3 caps for the Ghana national team. 15 goals at Miami FC last year. Got a chance to see him numerous times. He is a player.
And now think about this, Drew. If you're Neil Collins, now you have all these different weapons, all these different choices going forward. That's what you want when you're coaching.
Bonomo to Hristov. Oh, great idea. Just did not have the exact angle they were looking for.
But I like the fact that they're finding themselves, though. Great job. Stefano with a good run. Georgi Hristov kind of held his run a little bit. Then he made that right run to the near post. And Stefano was able to find him early on the ground. You want that combination, that 1-2 punch. And of course, you have Leo Fernandez on the other side for the counter punch as well.
Joe Cole now, flicking this one straight ahead. Again, looking for Bonomo. Notice the respect that Bonomo has of his new Rowdies teammates. Looking for him time and again.
Wayne, that's trying to develop that chemistry, Drew, early, in his career as a Rowdy. You're trying to get that chemistry between, the midfielders and you as a forward. You're trying to mark where you're going to show how you're going to be able to keep the ball. That's how you start establishing that trust.
Now Toronto working quickly. Dante Campbell, another 19-year-old. Campbell sending it far. Again, see the anxious nature of this Toronto team. A lot of times they just allow things to set up, develop a little bit more rather than trying to hit that home run immediately.
Yeah, that patience is so important, right? You got to let the play develop. Make sure you play the ball when it's on and not try to rush it.
This is Campbell. Sending it back. Toronto now trying to slow things down a bit. 68th minute, 2-1 your score. Tampa Bay over Toronto FC 2. Rowdies trying to add to their 19 points on the season. Get back in playoff contention.
And this is so important, Drew. Watch every single player of the Rowdies.
Cerbelli with a service in, and Fitzgerald that time read it all the way.
Great job by Fitzgerald owning that box again, once again. And I was saying every player by the Rowdies playing defense behind the halfway line. The only forward, of course, was Stefano Bonomo playing on top. But other than that, everybody playing behind, including Joe Cole, trying to play defense first, trying to keep those gaps, not let anything go through. And now you release the pressure there. You don't have to chase. You slowly come out of the back.
Rain coming down hard, just like that, here in downtown St. Pete. Crowd scrambling a bit. We just happen to be undercover, luckily at the moment. Players also adjusting as this field going to get really wet really quickly. Ralph's mob not going anywhere. Rain, snow, furious wind, no matter what, any element. They're just unfazed.
No matter what, Drew.
Over on that Rowdy side, like nothing's happening.
That right there is commitment. Those are true fans. They came in to see Georgi Hristov break the all-time scoring record. Well, they've been waiting, Drew. They finally get it. Finally, Georgi gets it done.
Domaduro. And some lightning now. Quick flash. And this one's going to be halted. Yeah, this is going to be halted quickly. We're going to go into weather delay here in the 70th minute.
Yeah, you saw that the lightning strike not too far from here. And of course, safety is the first concern. Not only defense for the players as well.
So this game going to be halted. 2-1 will be the score. 70th minute. Tampa Bay Rowdies with a lead over Toronto FC 2. Our officials doing a good job stepping in there immediately, getting players off the field. Once lightning strikes, that presents the real danger. And fans right now taking cover as well.
And of course, the ruling is that once the lightning strikes within 4 to 5 miles from the stadium, then you have to wait a period of 30 minutes without any more lightning. Now, every time another one hits within that same area, then the clock will reset.
Well, it's been a fun night of soccer here in downtown St. Pete. Georgi Hristov, a goal for the Rowdies. Leon Taylor adding one in the second half. Right now, we are in weather delay here at Al Lang Stadium. Tampa Bay Rowdies and Toronto FC 2 will rejoin things as soon as we get clearance. 2-1 is your score.
This 4th of July.
I've got my own business, Sarah's Flowers.
Home values are rising, and that's great news for homeowners. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. One of the smartest ways to pay for college, home improvements, or even a new car is with a home equity line of credit from Third Federal. There are no closing costs, and you get the guaranteed lowest rate, 3.99% APR. Get a better home equity line of credit. Click here to visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED.
It's good that your teenage son likes to read. Just to
After nearly an hour weather delay, we are back here with you, and thanks for hanging in. Downtown St. Pete, Al Lang Stadium, the site. Tampa Bay Rowdies with a 2-1 edge over Toronto FC2. It has been a match that has been full of highlights. Tampa Bay getting the best shot of the visitors. Toronto FC2 still looking for their first 3 points of the season, and this was a history-making goal. Georgi Hristov ringing one up.
Great job by Fitzgerald, driven ball into space. Georgi Hristov with a great run, and even a better final touch to make it 1-0 for the Rowdies.
58 goals, that's good for the all-time record. Rowdies buzzing. Leo Fernandez making things happen in the second half. Just a gorgeous assist. Good job holding. Leon Taylor, the easy finish.
Great job by Fernandez making a run. He takes 3 players on, misses the ball, but it has the capability to keep going. How about Leon right there, near post between the goalkeeper's legs? Borja, nothing he could do.
Now it was Uccello late in the second half. Fitzgerald badly misjudged it, and it goes right through his fingertips for the lone goal for the visitors. And this was one that I guarantee you Fitzgerald is certainly going to want back.
Yeah, one of those in-swing balls with plenty of pace. He could have done better. He could have just tipped the ball over the bar. That wasn't the case. He tried to, hold on to the ball, and it's one of those, Drew, that it happens. You need to forget about it, move on. But that's how the Rowdies are late in this game, winning 2-1 right now with a great advantage to trying to finish it up and win at home.
Now the question is, if you are Tampa Bay, you went to the locker room, got the edge, but both teams have to deal with this. Going cold and then having to come back out and finish a game. What are the challenges here with about 20 minutes in regulation remaining?
Yeah, no, you're right. It's tough, but it's tough for both teams. Both teams just cooled off, went into the locker room. Hopefully, both teams just, try to keep going in there. A little bit of running, a little bit of, stretching, trying to stay in the game. But it's difficult for both sides. You come out here and you're completely cold. So now you got to warm up again and try to get into the game as quick as you can.
Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Rowdies have got the defending champion in the USL coming here on Saturday night. That should be so much fun here in downtown St. Pete. Our coverage begins at 7 o'clock. FC Cincinnati then, first place in the Eastern Conference. Back-to-back great opportunities for the Rowdies to prove their worth. Then Indy 11 having a great season. They'll be here on the 21st, followed by New York Red Bulls 2. I don't think you could put 4 more adversarial foes together for the Rowdies, teams that they have history with and teams that are right now the class of the USL.
But you know what the great thing about that, Drew, is that if you're able to get results against some of those teams, it's good because you get to beat them. If that's the case, draw some points against them, and they don't get to add. So you have a greater chance to catch up with some of those teams. 3 out of those 4 teams are, better in the standings than the Rowdies. So they got to take advantage of those. When you go head-to-head, you got to make sure that when you get a chance to play them again and beat them, that's when you got to come alive and continue to this wave that they're riding right now. Ever since Coach Neil Collins came in, and it's kind of like the resurface of the Rowdies, especially at the attack. They got to continue that and score some goals.
Well, for the Rowdies, Sebastian Guizzati going to get a chance to contribute. He'll enter here as we're in about the 70th minute. Coach Neil Collins will go to his bench once again. And on the visiting side for Toronto, Tim Kubel will enter the match, and Kyle Bjornthen will call it a night. So our next TV telecast, This TV Tampa Bay, that's Saturday, July 7th, 3 days from now. Al Lang Stadium, again, the side coverage begins at 7 o'clock with Lyndon and Eddie in our pregame show, and then 7:30, Eddie and I will have the call from Al Lang Stadium. Louisville City, the defending champions and the USL, of course, their head coach recently going to Orlando City, taking over there. So a little bit of a transition phase. You got to think for the Rowdies, there's a time to play. Louisville City, now is the time.
Yeah, you're right, because their coach, and of course, what do you say, a guy who wins, the championship in the USL, now he gets a big opportunity to coach at the highest level MLS for the Orlando City franchise. So for the Rowdies is, can you get them now? Can you get them? Of course, probably one of the assistants, is going to take over in the meantime. They're going through some changes, whether they decide who's going to be the coach. But in the meantime, you got to take advantage of that, and hopefully you're able to get a result.
That is James O'Connor, new head coach for Orlando City. As Ralph's mob, they had to be pried out of their seats during that weather delay.
Yeah, they were not happy. They said, you know, we can stay here. It rains, you know. And now Joe Cole is having a chat with the ref. It's, you know, I don't think he knows it's out of his control.
So our K-Park marketing substitutes continue. Leo Fernandez will come out. Sebastian Guinsati enters for Tampa Bay. K-Pop Marketing, proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. K-Pop Marketing sponsoring our substitutes all season long.
It's a good chance for Sebastian Guinsati to come in and be an impact player. We've seen him in the past do so. And also, of course, he's another player who's got the ability to play on the right, play on the left, very versatile. He can strike the ball with both feet.
So 70th minute, Georgi Hristov already making history here tonight for the Tampa Bay Rowdies as fireworks flare across the sky here in downtown St. Pete. Tampa Bay and Toronto. Rowdies with 19 points, hoping to add to that with a big 3 here at home in 11th place in the East. If they can get a win tonight, and then once again follow it up on Saturday, they are right back in the mix for a playoff spot. Makawecki will toss it in for Tampa Bay. Rowdies will move right to left. Guinsati just checked in, goes to the ground. Dante Campbell tripped him up.
Yeah, Campbell got a little piece of Guinsati's left foot late. This is when the Rowdies can just ice it and just keep the ball.
Here's their new addition, Bonomo. Bonomo get a little too far ahead that time. He has been so active since checking into the game early in the second half.
Yeah, Stefano Bonomo, he made actually a good run into the space. He was actually trying to use his big frame to keep possession, but it's a good run though, because you start running those diagonal, and that's where you want the ball. Dump in the corner. You can kill the clock a little bit and start shaving a little bit off, even though it's too early to do so. But you do have the ability to keep the ball, and with that big frame, with that big body, he's able to do that. That's one of the best things he does. We saw him turning into the box, and he took that early shot as soon as he came on the field. Almost scored. Of course, the goalkeeper Borja Angotia came out with a great save, but
Tampa Bay Rowdies coming off the month of June, a month where they were not able to post any victories. Draws were the best they can do, trying to start off July here on the 4th with 3 points.
yeah, they would love to change that, especially right now. We have so many games still to come, and right now this is a perfect chance, perfect opportunity for them to change the tempo, especially with a new coach. Now everything's kind of settling down. You and I get a chance to come to practice and just see the progression of how this team has come around, and I think they've done a great job just going to the transition with the new head coach Neil Collins, and he's done a great job providing these players some of that discipline and gratitude, and say, hey, just go out and do your best and play the game.
Romeo sets it forward, and now Gorski will play it from the back. Romeo lets it go. The Rowdies throwing on the far side. Georgi Hristov feels that he was held that time.
Well, not as smart as by Romeo, because he's losing 2-1, and then he gets rid of the ball, wasting time, and Georgi Hristov was just hoping to get a call.
Connor Gorski's not come out of a match once this year. Came into the night with 1,350 minutes played. Never needing a sub. Quite a run. Little flick by Gorski. Hristov marked tightly by 2 defenders. Getting so much attention right now. Hristov Day has finally arrived here in Tampa Bay. Georgi Hristov, 58 goals in his Rowdies career, setting that all-time scoring mark earlier tonight. Now the Rowdies trying to finish this one off and get a win. Tampa Bay setting this one forward once again. Bonomo could not collect. And now Toronto flicks it back the other way. Tammy Kandawiri will take care of it for the Rowdies. Elijah. And now Tampa Bay with Quinsati. Have some numbers. Nomo tied up inside the 18. The shot is just to the left. Oh, he is so explosive.
And Stefano Bonomo with a great chance right there. You see the 1-2 between him and Quinsati. Sebastian playing a great ball into space. And watch how Stefano uses his body right there. He wins the ball, gets behind. Now he takes that a little bit too heavy of a touch right there. You can tell he's developing that chemistry. Corner kick for the Rowdies. Joe Cole, right foot in swinger.
Ashley Homestore, corner kick for Tampa Bay. Sebastian Quinsati. This one sent low, had a bit of a curl on it. And Johnson will surge it ahead. Malik Johnson, we highlighted in the pregame, not called his number often tonight. Well, Al Lang Live is Tampa Bay's newest premium concert venue. Don't miss an unforgettable night of hits with Three Doors Down, Collective Soul, and Soul Asylum for the Rock and Roll Express Tour. Coming to Al Lang Wednesday, July 11th. That's a week from tonight. Tickets start at $28. 727-431-3288 to get yours right now. At our first concert at Al Lang Live last week, Poison was here and they rocked the house. Stadium held up beautifully. The pitch pristine tonight. Eddie, you've seen concerts on soccer venues in the past. Hasn't worked out so well. Not the case here at Al Lang.
Not the case, and that was, unlike others, some of the, things you worry about is the pitch going to hold up, or are they going to do a good job covering it? And I tell you what, it looks like a putting green once again. They did a great job covering it up, and you come out here and you're like, what concert? It's just great, to offer the people from Tampa and St. Pete this great concert.
Maduro challenges Johnson. Johnson going to stay on the turf. Toronto refusing to go away. Just less than 15 minutes remaining in regulation time, and a foul going to be called.
And as Toronto's looking to create some, offensive chances. Look at the Rowdies, though. They don't mind coming back, playing defense, just sacrificing the bodies. Even look at Joe Cole right there coming back defensively as the referee's having a quick chat with Dominic Oduro. Be careful of those tackles. When you tackle, you don't want to show your cleats. Cleats up. Once again, the captain, Luca Uccello.
Uccello puts together a nice ball, and Bonomo got in there to keep it out, and now Fitzgerald drifts to his left, and we're going to have a corner kick for the visitors coming up. This Toronto team full of youngsters. Remember, they drawed FC Cincinnati a week ago. They are a dangerous side.
Well, you talk about the difference between Julian Dunn and between him and Ivan Magales. You see the difference. You talk about a youthful team, also a team with a lot of presence, a lot of size.
Uccello. Quick whistle, so no damage done. Rowdies will again set things up here in the 78th minute.
And once again, Stefano Bonomo. And that's what I was talking about, playing both sides of the ball, playing defense when you have to. You want to sacrifice your body, calm down, win some balls in the air. And that's what Stefano has done. Now he's going to go forward, try to get some chances. He would love to score a goal here.
Bonomo has come to play.
See the rest of the bench for the Rowdies warming up.
Now it's Guinzotti. Takes a little bit off it, looking for Bonomo. Ball won by Uccello. Uccello playing well for Toronto. And now here comes Adoro up to challenge. Joe Cole with it for Tampa Bay. Cole, little hesitation, takes the shot and scores!
Joe Cole putting the exclamation point on tonight's performance. We talked about, Drew, how much Joe Cole was running defensively, how much he was willing to pay the price. And look at this, he wins the ball right around the 20-yard line. He cracks at it, he goes to goal directly. Nothing the goalkeeper could do. Once again, Borja Angotia doesn't quite get low enough to save it.
And some timely fireworks above Al Stadium. Joe Cole rings up his 4th goal of the season. Had a couple of missed chances in the first half. You knew it was a matter of time for the Englishman to come up big.
Once again, Drew, you and I talk about big-time players show up in big-time games. Since we see a player down.
And that looks like Adoro on the far side. We'll have to check on that. Hopefully he is okay as the Rowdies try and play on here. Rowdies calling for a stoppage here. Officials have not blown the whistle just yet. Toronto will, in fact, send it out. And this does not look good as Adoro is in serious pain.
Yeah, we're going to have to see the replay. I think that was at the end of that, but perhaps a late tackle. So see Adoro very gingerly, but once again, what a shot by Joe Cole. Just tremendous late in this game. Let's see from this angle, see if we're able to catch it. Adoro goes to that tackle. Oh yeah, definitely see that. That's a card right there. If you see how, watch it, just keeps his cleats up right there. That's going above the ball. And the difference is when you do that, you're going to hurt someone because your cleats come up above the ball, and that's how you can make contact into somebody's shin.
So Adoro will gingerly walk off the pitch. Adoro, 23-year-old out of Ghana, recently called up from the PDL, the Golden State Force. It's a future star in this league and has really made an impact here tonight in his home debut.
Now for the next 10 minutes or so, Drew, stoppage time. Toronto FC 2, they're gonna start dumping balls into the box, a little more desperate. And this is how you can catch him. You saw Guinzotti almost winning that ball in transition. That's when you want to counter. It's exactly what happened when Joe Cole stole the ball. He was able to go forward, split the lines.
Bonomo gets airborne. Hristov challenging Georgie inside the 18 and touches just right. And Georgie Hristov, such a threat here tonight.
See, he never stops running. He would love to have that one back. You can tell in his face that he could have done better with that, although there was definitely contact and he was a little bit off balance. As we'll see a Toronto FC player down. And you see it once again. Stefano Bonomo going up. Yeah, there's definitely contact by both players.
Coach Neil Collins now about 10 minutes away from his first win here at Al Stadium as Rowdies head coach. Won so many times as a player, playing along that back line. Had to immediately hang up the jersey once he was called into duty by Rowdies owner Bill Edwards. It's really worked out for Tampa Bay, making strides, getting better. The wins have not really showed just yet. As you said, Eddie, the style of play is different. Players slowly starting to believe and now putting the pieces in place. But this has really been sort of a rebuilding job. in the early part of the season. We have rarely seen this out of this club in their history.
Yeah, you're right. You have a sub for the Rowdies. George Hristov going off.
Hristov's night is done, and Efraim Taku will make his Rowdies debut as substitutes, brought to you by K-Pop Marketing. Georgie Hristov concludes a memorable night on the pitch here at Al Lang.
But you're right, though, to answer your question, this has definitely been kind of a rebuild in the middle of the season, which is kind of rare, but you got to give so much credit to Coach Neil Collins because he came out of nowhere, right? The coaching change, it happened. He took that responsibility. He just took it like a true leader that he is. He took that challenge, and now he's finally, you can tell that the team is responding well, and you can tell he's imprinting that system of play to the rest of the team and how players are buying into the system offensively. Let's attack. Let's keep the ball. Let's create some quality chances, and let's put the ball in the back of the net.
Here's Dante Campbell. Visitors not going away easily. Got to credit Toronto tonight. They have come down here in the heat on this 4th of July. Team from Canada taking it right to the Rowdies, having some very good runs throughout the night, getting a goal. Came off a mistake from Fitzgerald, but still, I don't like this effort. And this is a side that certainly has talent. And Eddie, guys like Campbell, we're certainly going to hear from down the line.
Oh, for sure. You got to give him a lot of credit because, you know, we said early in this broadcast that right around the 70th, 75th minute, that's when you're going to see heavy legs from a team that is not used to playing under these conditions. You know, the heat, the humidity, the loss of water. But you're right, it's a bright team. It's a very young team with a lot of talent.
Bonomo covering lots of ground here for Tampa Bay. Meanwhile, Rocco Romeo sends it ahead. This ball going to be serviced to the opposite side. Cervelli can't quite catch up to it. Lakawecki will control things for Tampa Bay. It's been a long time since the Rowdies have won at home. Has it been since April? Rowdies now less than 10 minutes from getting back into that win column. Their last win period was on May 26th. That game on the road at Toronto.
You see every player by the Rowdies behind the ball, just waiting or trying to pinch one of those through balls. Start the counter. And if you don't, it's okay because now you're playing good, sound, solid defense, keeping your shape in the back, staying compact.
You know, one thing that we certainly learned too, Eddie, throughout this rain delay, this weather delay that we had, included lightning as well. Campbell tries to send this one in. Toronto fighting for it inside the 18. Vingard's going to clear it for the Rowdies. Just cannot say enough good things about Ralph Smob, no matter what, supporting this team until the very end. And it's the pulse of a fan base like that that propels a team, really creates that true home pitch edge that the Rowdies certainly have here in downtown St. Pete.
Well, that's where it starts, right? And it trickles into the players wanting to play. But you're right, though. Talk about diehard. They come out to the game. They give their soul. They give everything. You're right. They had to bring security in and really force them to get out. Because, as you know, the bleachers are metal, and they have to clear the stands because of lightning reasons. But you're right. It's just a constant. Just when you see so many people with one goal in mind, so united, it tells you why they're so, they're great. And that's why this team is starting to answer the call on the pitch as well. Neil Collins knows that. Now that he's a coach and not the player, he knows that he's got to deliver as well. And he's done a great job making some steps towards that, providing a better venue for the players to play in a much confident environment. And I think he's going to show dividends. He's going to start showing in how they play.
Should be rocking on Saturday night as Louisville City, the defending champion in the USL, will invade Al Stadium. Rowdies, if they can get a win, can get right back into the playoff push and also prove to themselves that they are still a legitimate contender. Remember, Tampa Bay defeated the Real Monarchs earlier this season, handled them here on their home pitch 2-0. So if they can get one over Louisville City as well, and then looking down the line, you got Indy 11 coming in here as well. Red Bulls 2. Eddie, the best matches, the most competitive ones are still right in front of us.
Well, in front of us, and once again, if you're able to get a result in those games, you're adding points, and those teams will not. Therefore, you're gonna close that gap between the number 13 and the spots right now to be a contender towards the playoffs.
Daniel sending it back. A little bit of time and space now for Elijah. Tampa Bay cannot afford to concede here late. Zadi just trying to clear it, taking some time off the clock, and now a counter opportunity for the Rowdies. Panomo trying to get free. Dangerous anytime he is near it. Joe Cole shoots one just wide right and over the crossbar.
That's the sign of a great team, that every time you get to the other end, you're going to end up with a shot. And that's exactly what the Rowdies did in a counterattack. How about that ball? Great into space to Stefano Bonomo. Looks up, watch, sees Joe Cole, plays the ball one time, and just like that, Joe was trying to go near post, trying to catch the goalkeeper cheating a little bit, but ends up with a shot.
Eddie, that's two players right there that, even though they haven't played together a lot, clearly know each other because they've taken on each other. They've gone head to head so many times as we've got 3 minutes now. Stoppage time.
Absolutely.
The Rowdies hopefully wrap one up.
There's that respect for each other, Drew, even though they never played together. But, you know, they're professionals at what they do, and it's just a matter of time before they start clicking. Twice, Stefano Bonomo has been able to find Joe Cole near post, the ball on the ground. It's just a matter of time when you establish that connection, the 1-2. That's how you start getting some great partnerships up front, the 1-2 punch.
Rowdies, number 28, recently acquired, Afrim Taku. Makaweki back to Fitzgerald. Also want to touch on that goalie situation with Akira Fitzgerald. Allowed one, conceded one earlier tonight, and you have to wonder, will Cody Mizell at one point get another look in goal for Tampa Bay, or will the Rowdies continue to go with Akira Fitzgerald? Because, again, Mizell played fairly well at times earlier this year. This one sent on point, and a good job as Makanda Weary was able to head that one out. And Fitzgerald's played well too. They've both played well, but now you're getting into that middle part of the season where every single match is so important, and I guarantee you Coach Collins is going to think about it.
In swinger, Fitzgerald, right on cue, as you mentioned. You're right, Drew, and it's one of those situations where, as a coach, you want both players to be at their peak, so you can choose whoever's playing the best. Now, Cody Mizell was doing a great job before he was taken out, and he's been patient on the bench. He's been, riding the bench now and waiting for that moment again. And at the same time, Fitzgerald was patient when he wasn't playing, so it's a situation that, as a coach, you welcome that. You want that challenge for both players.
Now it's Bonomo. Vingard.
Look at that, great job by the Rowdies, using all four corners. Ball goes all the way back to Fitzgerald. Squeezing all the time out of this clock here. They know they have to score, they have the time. This is all about time management.
Cervelli servicing this one in. Makanda Weary again. Always on point in his spot. Waija now sending it back. Toronto trying to create at least one more chance here before heading to the showers. And they'll send this one way off and into the seats. And that should just about do it.
Tam Nakandiwera has had another great game in the bag with Ivan Magales. Two center backs, they've been just outstanding. And of course, Max Lakawecki and Gorski, that's the foursome.
Three to 1, your final score. Tampa Bay Rowdies back in the win column. And a critical 3 points tonight at home on the 4th of July. So Rowdies now with 22 points on the season and back in contention for that all-important playoff spot. Hope you enjoyed it. Congratulations to Georgie Hristov, now the all-time leading scorer and Tampa Bay Rowdies history. For Lyndon Blake on the field, Eddie Rodriguez here in the booth, and our fabulous crew, I'm Drew Felios. Have a very happy 4th of July.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.